name's Tina. I'm the makeup enthusiast. In today's video, I'm here to bring you my next update on my team project pan. So this is all the progress that I made on my products in August. So if you want to see how I'm going, then stay tuned. But before we get into the video, if you are new around here and you love watching project panning videos, make sure you subscribe down below. And without further ado, let's jump on in to the update. Team project pan is my full face rolling project pan. I've been doing this for a couple of years now. This is my basket that I am currently working on. The products in here are diminishing, so I'm kind of like in two minds at the moment. I don't know if I want to add more products back in or if I want to just keep working my way through these products and slowly like just whittle them down to like nothing. There are obviously some categories that I do replace, but I have like whittled the number of products down that I'm working on at the moment to like a more manageable amount. The year started a bit hectic, but I feel like this is a little bit more manageable, and especially when I am juggling so many projects, I think I might just continue with this and I'll just like feel the vibe with how I'm feeling at each update as to whether I actually replace the product or whether I just leave it as is. So starting off with primers, I still haven't rolled in another primer. I am currently working on a primer in my Partners in Cream, so I think I might just leave it for now, and like I said, I'm just gonna feel the vibe, and the vibe is not it at the moment, so I'm gonna leave the primer category empty again for now, and if I feel like I do want to roll something in at some point, I will. If I don't, I'm just gonna leave it. I do have a few more primers still in my collection. I'm just not really feeling the need to rotate them in right now, so I'm gonna leave it as is. The next category is foundation category, and I have been working on two foundations for the last couple of months, but my main foundation that I was focusing on was my NARS Light Reflecting Foundation. I have the color Mont Blanc. I thought that I would have this one finished this month, and I have managed to get this one done. I don't know whether you can see, but there is lots of streaks down the jar, and I have like scraped this one out a few times and I can't get any more out of it. So I am happy to report that this one is finished. This was one of my oldest foundations that I had in my collection currently, so I'm happy to see that it's done. And it is, this actually has a 24-month open life, so I have actually finished this within the like shelf life, which I feel like is very rare for me, but I'm happy to report I've done it for once. So there is that one, and I am still working on my MAC Studio Radiance Face and Body Radiant Foundation. I have deposited it into another container. This is the Ultraviolet Dream Screen container. I repotted it like a couple of months ago, well at the start of the year, so I could get an extra container for back to MAC purposes. So it is continuing on in this container. I have managed to make another mark. It is very, very close to the previous one. I am happy to report that I am continuing to see some progress on this one. Over the last month, however, I only used 0.59 of a gram. Because I still had this one for a couple of weeks in this month, I wasn't using this all the time, so that's why I only had a small amount of progress, but I'm still happy with like 0.59 of a gram. That's a decent amount of progress, and I will not sneeze at that, but I will be having this one as a main focus foundation yet again, but I will be mixing it again. So I will be mixing it with this foundation that I'm going to be rotating in. This is the Juvia's Place I Am Magic Natural Radiant Foundation. I have been wearing this combo together for the last like maybe 2 weeks, and it's going quite well. Actually, the videos that I just posted this past week, I had this mixed combo in those videos, and I thought my foundation looked quite nice. The Juvia's Place is quite a thick consistency, and also I picked up the complete wrong color in this one. This one is very pale, so it's good to have this one on hand, and I'm able to mix it because it makes a like much better color match when I mix these as opposed to when I use this one solo. This one's coming in basically full sized, hardly ever used. I probably, since purchasing this one last year when I was in America, I've probably used it maybe 5 or 6 times in total. Like I said, this past like 2 weeks when I've been using it, that's been the most consistent use that this has had since I purchased it. So I think this one will last me a couple of months, especially given that I am mixing the two. I'm hopeful that I can make some good progress on the MAC foundation while I'm using this one, and vice versa, obviously. I don't think that I will have this one. Maybe I will. Maybe because even just over the past couple of weeks, I've managed to like slim it down quite a lot. So I might have at least this one finished by the end of the year, but I don't think I'll have both of them finished by the end of the year. And moving on into concealers, I am still working on my Glossier Stretch Concealer. I've used 0.76 of a gram of this one over the last month. I'm still using this basically every day as like my work concealer. I don't love this formula. It's not fantastic at like it's not fantastic under the eyes. I find that it's quite like emollient, so it can get creasy under the eyes, but it's okay for like an everyday work concealer. And I mean, because it is like on that lighter, more emollient side, it doesn't feel as heavy under the eyes. And for a concealer that you wear every day, you know, I don't mind that it doesn't feel like as heavy under the eyes. So it's kind of got a few pros and cons. I do have a very decent dip going in the middle there, so I wouldn't be surprised if I do hit pan on this one at some stage soon, because I do feel like the dip is getting very substantial. And when I look at it on the side, like I feel like the dip it's looking like it might be at the bottom of the pan very soon. So I reckon maybe we might have pan on this one next month. There's that one. I am still working on the two same powders that I've been working on for a couple of months now. That is my Pat McGrath Under Eye Setting Powder and my Dubious Place powder. The Pat McGrath powder still looks exactly the same. We still have a very decent dip in there, but no pan yet. I don't know whether I will actually hit pan on this one by the end of the year, but the dip is getting quite significant. I've used 0.15 grams of this one, which, you know, it's in keeping with how much I've used every month. There's still a decent dip going. I don't know whether I'm gonna be able to hit pan on this one by the end of the year. Maybe next year. Maybe next year, sometime next year. And my Dubious Place powder, I actually have made really good progress on this one. I've actually hit pan again on this one in a couple of spots. There's this one here, and there's another like tiny little spot down the bottom here. So I'm still working on this one. I've used 4.2 grams of this one over the last month, which to me seems like a lot of powder. So I don't know. 4.2 grams seems like a lot of powder. So we'll see. But I am still using this basically every day to set my foundation. Once I use this one up, I think I might go buy a new powder, because after this one, the only other like full face setting powder that I have is my House Labs powder. And I like to use my House Labs powder with my House Labs foundation. And that foundation isn't in the project yet. So I think I'm going to save that for that foundation. I might maybe rotate that one in next after using up these two. I'm not quite sure. I haven't decided yet. But once this one's used up, I might go and buy a new face powder, which kind of exciting because it's been a while since I've purchased a new face powder. Next up is my eyeshadow primer. This is like a very boring update as per usual. This one is still keeping on. It still has a lot of product every time I pull it out. I used 0.38 of a gram of this one over the last month, and since the start of the project I'm sitting at like 2.5 grams, I think, used up, and this has 8 grams in it. So it's going to be a long product, very long product. And we know that eyeshadow primers can take a very long time to get through. So that one's I'm just going to keep chugging away with it. As well as the next one, we also know brow products take an eternity to use up. This is my Benefit Browsing. I'm currently working on the powder in this product. And I feel like the progress on this product every month, it just is so disappointing. So I've used 0.08 of a gram, and I've been trying to work towards clearing out this corner here. I am close, but still have a long way to go. I think maybe next month I might have it completely cleared out, just because the product's getting very close to the pan in the corner there. So maybe next month we might see pan like all the way across on this one. Moving in, we have lip products and we have some successes. Finally, we have some successes in the lip product category. First of all is my Fenty Beauty Confetti Lip Gloss. This one has been in the project for ages, like since the start of the year, and it's taken me a very long time to have this one finished, but I'm happy to report that I knuckled down and I finally got this one finished. I used this one up this month. I was so determined to finally get this one done and stop saying maybe next month each update. So I am happy to report it's finished, it's done, it's dusted, it's out of here, and absolutely sayonara, good riddance. Let's move on to the next one. I also managed to finish and use up my Lanolips tinted lip balm. Last month I depotted it into this little sample pot here, and I have completely used that one up. So that's another empty out of here. Last one to update you on for lip products is my Too Faced Spice Spice Baby lipstick. Now, I am very disappointed in myself. I forgot to measure this one. I committed the ultimate project pan of faux pas, and I forgot to measure it. I do believe that I've made a really good amount of progress on this one. So the best I can do, I think, is taking a clip from my last update where I introduced this one. I'm hoping that I can pull that up and show you like a side-by-side comparison where maybe you might be able to kind of see how much progress I have made on it. But in terms of weight, I did weigh it. I at least did one of the measurements. Last month was 26.4 grams. This month is 25.64 grams, which is a total of 0.76 grams of weight lost, which I'm very happy to report. That's very exciting. Almost a whole gram in a month. Very happy with that. This is how much I have left. So I think by next month, I will be able to have it like flattened down to the bullet. And then the month after that, I might be able to get everything inside of the bullet used up. So I'm thinking maybe like 2.5 months on this one, and it will be completely finished. Like I said at the intro, I thought that I would get through this one fairly quickly because the formula of this product is very creamy, and I also have been quite dedicated with reapplying this one. So I think I'm wearing it basically every work day, and I'm also reapplying it at least once every work day. So if I could like do that again for the next couple of months, I will definitely be seeing the end of this one. Next up we have nail polish products. I currently only have 2 nail polish products in the project. So I have my Secret Cuticle Oil and my Holo Taco One Coat Black. The Holo Taco nail polish I only used once this past month. I again have just been trying to give my nails a bit of a rest. I do intend on painting my nails this afternoon though, so I will have at least like one use for the next update. In terms of weight, I only used 0.18 grams of this one, so you can definitely tell by the weight that I only used it once. So there's that one. My Secret Cuticle Oil, however, I have been really trying to make sure I'm using this very regularly and consistently because I'm determined to get this one finished. I want it done, I want it dusted. The packaging is starting to get really gross because, you know, it's an oil, so when you're using it and then you put it on your nails and then you're trying to put the cap back on, it just gets like a total complete mess. So over the last month, I used 1.25 grams of this one. I was able to make another line. So as you can see, it's getting very low down the bottom there. I really want this one done sometime soon. I don't know when that sometime soon will be, but I think maybe like maybe 1 or 2 months. If I can increase my usage, maybe like just ever so slightly, I might have it done by the next update. If not, the one after that will definitely be the go. Moving in to the next category is fragrances. You guys know I've been working on like 5 fragrances at the same time. These have been the ones that I've been working on over the last couple of months. So I rotated in a fresh bottle of the Sol de Janeiro Brazilian Crush body mist last update, just because I've got a full size still sitting back here somewhere, and then this is my last mini that I have in my collection. So I just thought it makes sense to get any double ups that I have in my collection out of the way. I've only used this one like once this past month, so I haven't made much progress on it. But you know, if I'm able to dedicate some more time on this one, I'll definitely see some more movement on it. In terms of weight, I used 0.91 grams of that one. This one has been my focus perfume over the last month. This is the Ellis Brooklyn Florist Eau de Parfum. I actually have managed to get this one completely finished. As you can see there by the black line, this was where I was at last month, and I have managed to get this one completely used up. This was my focus perfume for the month because I wanted to get it done. Managed to do that. Once I used that one up, my Byredo Blanche perfume then became my next focus perfume. As you can see by the lines there, this is where I was last month, and now this is where I'm up to this month. With weights, I've used 2.32 grams on this one. This one is now, I think, going to be my focus perfume moving into the next month. And then I have my DS & Durga Plumes perfume. I have used this one finally this past month. I only used 0.17 of a gram. I didn't use enough to reduce the weight, but I'm happy to report that I did use it. I'm hoping that maybe if I can get into a good routine with these 3, maybe I can use them like every 3rd day, and then I might see some progress evenly across them. But given that the Blanche is so close to being finished, I do really want to focus on getting that one out. And then last but not least is my beautiful prized Maison Paris Aqua Celestia Cologne Fort. I only used this one once, so I have like barely any progress. Actually, I personally don't even think I use this. I think my scales might be playing up, but my scales are saying that I use 0.02 of a gram of this one. I've been like squirreling this one away because it is so expensive to replace, but I definitely will use it if I have like somewhere special to go. There's only like half of it left, so I really should just get it done and dusted, but it just smells so good. I don't want to waste it. Last but not least is hair care products, and I have 2 hair care items that I'm currently working on. The first one is my NAC dry shampoo. I still haven't finished this one, which I thought that I would have this one finished this past month, but I guess I just haven't needed to use it as much as I have in the past couple of months. I used 19.22 grams of this one. It is starting to feel like it's getting very low in the can, but given I only used 19 grams last month, I think maybe it might be 2 months, maybe a month and a half before I have this one completely used up. But it's fine. Like I'm not trying to like use this every single time I do my hair kind of thing. Like I'm only using it when I need to use it, and I just haven't really needed to use it lately. So that's that one. And I have my Davines Curl Building Serum. I have incredible progress on this one. This is like the most amount of progress that I've made on this product, I think, ever since I've been trying to project pan it. I used 20.65 grams of this one. So my new curly hair journey is very much assisting me using this one up. I am using this one every single time I do my hair, and that is like 2 to 3 times a week. So I have been using this one like an insane amount. 20.65 grams. It's now sitting at 133.15 grams. Now my goal on this one was just to get it down under 100 grams by the end of the year. Given that we have how many months do we have left? October, November, December, most of September. We've got like 3, almost 4 months left of the year. I think that there is 100%, I'm definitely going to have this one under 100 grams by the end of the year. I think I'll have it under 100 grams by like the second update. Like in 2 months time, I think I'll have this one under 100 grams. If I'm using like 20 grams a month, and there's 33 grams left, I'll absolutely have this one under 100 grams in 2 months time. So I'm very happy with my progress on this product, and then it will be like smooth sailing next year because it will be decently under 100 grams. Also wanted to rotate in, I forgot to mention this one in the lip product category, given that I have completely finished up my Fenty lip gloss. I'm going to rotate in a lip gloss to replace that one. I don't think I'll have this one finished by the end of the year, but I will say from memory, last time I worked on one of these lip glosses, I managed to get it used up fairly quickly. This is the Bare Minerals Marvelous Moxie Lip Gloss in Superstar. So it's like this kind of like glittery orange color. From memory, in the past, I have panned a few of these Marvelous Moxie lip glosses, and I'm sure they only took me like 2 or 3 months to get through. So I will keep you posted on this one. If I can find that I am using it a lot, I will be very happy with that. So, and the tube is quite clear and the product settles quite well. So I think this one is going to be a very satisfying product to track. Last but not least is my samples. I did okay with my samples this month. I think I'm still off track, but I'm slowly clawing back to being back on track. So let's go through them. I used up the this little face mask that I got from a friend when she went to Japan. She picked up one of these for me. It was terrifying. It actually looked like this little Nebuta character. So it was kind of terrifying when you put it on, but it was a fun little face mask to wear. So I used that one up. I also used up this little pack of the Dior Addict Fluid Stick. This was old, but I did manage to get through it. It had 4 individual colors in there, so I've managed to use up each and every one of them. I always like when I use up like cards like this because it means like I've used up 4 samples. It's always exciting. We went through a Dr. Dennis Gross Universal Daily Peel. I finally managed to use up the last one of the Sunday Riley oil set that I purchased. Was it last year or was it the year before? I don't even remember when I got that set, but I picked it up for Christmas one year. They released a set of the 4 face oils in these like little mini sizes. This was probably my least favorite one, the CEO Glow one. It's a vitamin C oil. It was definitely one of my least favorites out of all of them. And then last but not least, I used up the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Gel Mini that I had. That's why I haven't rotated a brow gel in to this project just yet, because I wanted to use this one up in my samples, and I also have a sample of the Kosas brow gel. So I'm currently working on the Kosas brow gel. Once I use that one up, I will rotate in a full-size brow gel back into this project. That is my last product that I needed to update you on. As I said, I'm going like fairly well in this project. Some of the products I'm really impressed by my progress. I've like really increased the amount of progress that I'm making on some of these products, and you know, it's always fun to rotate in a new product in the project. So I will keep you updated on my progress. Let me know down in the comments how you're going on any of your project panning items, or if you're focusing on any particular categories in your collection. Let me know how you're going with them down in the comments. If you did enjoy this video, make sure you give it a big thumbs up. Subscribe down below if you do love watching project panning videos, or you love watching content creators use up the product that they already have in their collections. That's it for this video, beautiful. I hope you're having an absolutely fantastic day, and I will see you in the next one. Goodbye, beautiful.